would you like to say some introductory words about yourself? Who are you? What do you do?
Do I really have to do that?
Hey guys, welcome to Joffrey the Giant. I do not think any of you guys have ever met, during all these years, my lovely wife Kimberly. Giant's wife. So we've decided, you might have seen a couple of videos I've done with my sister, and we've talked about such things as homeschooling and hobbies. And we figured, wifey and I should tackle some topics as well. So we're going to do that. Please note, this painting that's often behind me in many of my videos, this is a painting of her. I don't think she was really aware that it was in this background we were setting up.
No.
But there she is, going up as a living sacrifice unto the Lord. You got a lot to live up to, baby.
Okay, if you don't want me rolling my eyes during this whole thing, you're going to have to...
All right, be careful.
Keep going. I read this article about... It was like the longest study of men that's known. And they're all Harvard graduates. And they studied them from the time, I think they were 18 to 80. I think that's right. And it's like, I think it's World War II generation, kind of. But one of the things I found really interesting in the article was they said that the men who were the most successful, and there were a bunch of factors, but had a warm relationship with their mother and their father usually. And the mother encouraged and praised their boyishness behavior. So things like when they were better at fighting, when they're better at being a little reckless or showing initiative, those boys thrived off of that.
They thrived off of their mother's praise.
Yes. Now, I will say, I've been in a lot of circles where women encourage those things and like a little bit of risk-taking with boys and et cetera, et cetera. But sometimes, or even like fighting a little bit, that sort of thing. But sometimes I think it's really important, especially for the husband, to make it clear when fighting is actually good and when fighting is just you being a bully, obnoxious. Boys need those lines really carefully, because we've been talking a lot about boys want to show some dominance often. So, risky behavior can be okay. It can also just be dumb. And it's okay to say to boys, like, well, actually, you're just being really stupid right now.
Okay, so boys are not girls. Neither are girls boys. Right. And we were at a picnic recently, and you just kind of made the observation about how constantly hierarchical boys were, constantly jockeying for position. We were at church, and so boys were playing tag.
Yes.
Right, so this constant jockeying for position, asserting dominance, and in the situation where we were, everyone was only having fun. It was fun for everyone, but you still noted this constant jockeying, trying to get out from under, trying to be on top, and not just talking about athletically, we're actually talking about the social interactions of all these boys. So, and that struck you, and it's something we've been talking about quite a bit. So maybe that's what we want to riff off of, but what are things that moms need to be aware of when they're raising boys that might be a little difficult for them?
The main thing I can think of is that they physically try to fight things out a lot more. And to make sure that they don't ever turn it toward being on top of weaker people. So, that, and I've seen this a lot at the playground where you've got a boy who's older who loves to play with the younger kids because he always looks good. Or always wants to be playing in the race with the kids who he can beat. So pushing your kids to compete with those who they actually are on the same level with. And this could go for cleverness too, or any kind of, mental skills or, math or whatever.
Whatever you might use to try to play the male hierarchical game.
Because you want to because I think it's pretty easy for boys to turn toward bullying if they're not taught that.
Yes. Okay, so this is actually raising a lot of very interesting questions, which I think we should hold off for part 2. We'll do another video. Boys, girls, how they're different, how moms and dads raise them.
Differently.
Yes. Moms and dads raising different people differently. Okay, cool. All right. Peace be upon you, people.